You know, a lot of people that watch the channel on a weekly basis, they have seen the formula of how things work here. Monday, we bitch and moan. Tuesday, we bitch and moan. Wednesday, we're all happy and we're all positive. If there's an extra, we're bitching and moaning on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Bitch, moan, and complain. But for the first time in a long time, I am going to start the NXT review with a major criticism. And if you guys watched last night's show, you will have seen the ending of what was a fantastic main event with Mustache Mountain and the Undisputed Era. These two teams have been going at it for quite some time now. The last time we seen this particular match happen was at the UK Championship special on the WWE Network on night 2, where the Undisputed Era lost the Tag Team Championships to Tyler Bate and Trent Seven. Now, I don't know how many of you actually watched my review of both night 1 and night 2, but I said within those reviews, the reason why I think they took the titles off of Undisputed Era only to put them back on Undisputed Era in just a couple of weeks was because it was more of a home field advantage type situation for Mustache Mountain. They won it. It was fun. It was in front of their audience, their hometown. It made for a feel-good story. It threw Undisputed Era off. Whereas they have been pretty much perfect since reigning as tag team champions. Now, I expected both teams to look fantastic coming out of this match last night. And they did for the most part. But the one major criticism I have is WWE made Mustache Mountain look so good and so determined and so gritty. And they gave Mustache Mountain this sense of, I am not giving up. I am not losing this match. I'm not losing the tag team titles. The entire story of this match last night was Trent Seven's knee. He was wearing what looked to be a knee brace. Trent Seven and his knee was targeted throughout the entire match. He was being beaten down by both Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly until Tyler Bate, who is phenomenal, by the way. Everything he does, man, is just so fucking pretty. And my God, being that he's 21, 22 years old, the guy has all the potential in the world to be a major star in the WWE. Tyler Bate made one of the hottest tags. I mean, I don't even think he was in the match at all up until that tag was made. And he came in fresh as a daisy. Fresh. He was running all over both Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. Standing shooting star press. He was doing his signature offense. He did the airplane spin with Roderick Strong on his shoulders, and then he did the Cesaro swing with Kyle O'Reilly. It's just very impressive to watch Tyler Bate work. Tyler Bate delivered the Tyler Driver 97 to a near fall. And by the time this thing was breaking down towards the end, Tyler Bate was in his corner, and Trent Seven hobbling on one leg. Now, meanwhile, Tyler Bate was in this match the entire time after that first initial hot tag. And on the outside, Trent Seven was being attended to by the medical staff of WWE. Now, if I'm looking at this through Tyler Bate's eyes, I am not allowing Trent Seven anywhere near me to make a tag. If I'm looking at this through Trent Seven's eyes, I'm not getting back in that ring because I know that I am going to cost my team the tag team championships. I am no good to you at that point. I'd rather let it just sit on Tyler Bate's shoulders the entire time. He was doing good for himself. Somehow Trent Seven manages to get back into this match. And Kyle O'Reilly is just ripping at his knees. Ripping at his knees. A reverse cloverleaf. He had a double wrist-locked fucking... I don't know what he was doing, but it was a leg vice of some sort. A knee bar. He was just all over the place on his knee. He did not let up on the submission moves to the injured knee and leg of Trent Seven. There was moments and really edge of your seat type shit where Trent Seven was literally fingertips away. You seen Tyler Bate just reach over the ropes, fingertips away from making that tag. Kyle O'Reilly drags him right back in. Trent Seven trying his best not to tap out. He's punching Kyle O'Reilly. You know, they went back and forth with a slap fest, you know, just to try and break the initial first hold. And then Kyle O'Reilly, like I said, just didn't let up. All the while, Trent Seven is in these leg bars, knee bars, clover leafs. Tyler Bate is on the outside. Tyler Bate is on the outside. Now, normally, and he did this earlier in the match, I don't know if it was a backbreaker delivered to Trent Seven. Trent Seven came in, and he was hobbling on one leg. He did the 7-star lariat. He was going to work on one leg, but eventually he was taken out by both members of Undisputed Era. There was a near fall with Trent Seven in the match. And Tyler Bate breaks up the hold. He breaks up the pinfall. Like a normal tag team partner would do. We've seen it a fucking zillion times. Tyler Bate, at the end of this thing, is on the outside. Instead of breaking up the submission hold, breaking up the hold, releasing O'Reilly from Seven, so that Seven has a fucking chance to make the tag, he's on the outside like a goody two-shoes, not wanting to break the rules, not wanting to break the law, adhering to the referee's rules of the match. And he stands there with a towel, contemplating, wondering, pondering, asking the fans for advice. If he should throw in the white towel, which would signify we give up, we cannot win, his health is better than, or his health rather is more important than the NXT championships. Why are you going to throw in the towel and lose the NXT Tag Team Championships? All you had to do was get into the ring. Roderick Strong was nowhere to be fucking found. He didn't step one foot in the fucking ring. He let O'Reilly just tear away at Trent Seven's leg. Roderick Strong wasn't coming in. He wasn't doing any harm. All Tyler Bate had to do was come on in and break up the hold. Instead, he throws in the towel and they lose the match via forfeit. Trent Seven didn't give up. Tyler Bate looked like the biggest dumbass I think I've ever seen in NXT history. I understand making a team look strong and not want to give up. I understand possibly this leading to another match with some sort of stipulation at TakeOver in Brooklyn. But you sacrifice everything that is good for that one moment of stupidity and you make him look like a fucking dumbass. All that rang through my head was the good guys just are afraid to break the law. They look like the biggest fucking pushovers that I've ever seen compete in the tag team division with that one moment he threw in the towel. You know, you're not going to get by, especially in pro wrestling. Good guys cheat, bad guys cheat. Everybody's undermining each other. If you are watching this as a wrestling fan for all these years like I am, and you see a submission hold like that that's normally broken up to give one team an advantage to make a hot tag and get the fresh man in, and that wasn't done in that moment during the climax of that match for the tag team titles, that shit's gonna piss you off. That shit is going to piss you off. If this does not lead... Now, I have no problem seeing these two teams again. At all. This match was better than the one in the UK. I just love the story that was being told here. The finish to the story in this match was fucking god-awful. Tyler Bate looks like the biggest idiot I think I've ever seen in NXT. If this leads to another match with these two in Brooklyn during SummerSlam weekend with some type of no DQ or 2 out of 3 falls or something like that, I'll be a little bit more okay with this. But from what we see here, I understand making a team look good and not wanting to outright beat a team to help them look strong and give them a sense of momentum that carries on, and you're going to make them a focal point for the NXT Tag Team division. But, you know, you got to be aware sometimes that as careful as you could be at making a team look strong, one moment like that in which you make that babyface team look like fucking idiots, it ruins everything. It voids everything. I didn't like that ending at all. Who's throwing in a fucking towel? Who? Why did Trent Seven tag himself in? It's like they don't have a fucking brain. If I'm Trent Seven, I'm getting nowhere near. If I can't move, if I have one leg. If I have one leg, and you're looking at two guys like Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly, you're going to get in the ring? You're going to get in the ring. They attack that leg the entire match. You don't think O'Reilly's going to go right back to the fucking leg with his MMA background? It's like they were fucking unprepared for this match. It's like they lost IQ as the match went on. The longer the match went on, they became more stupid. For everybody that wants to say I don't criticize NXT, there you go, man. That was fucking ridiculous. Great match. Great main event. Energy was great. I love both teams. I think the tag team division in NXT is fucking fantastic. This is the type of shit we need to be seeing on Raw and SmackDown. B-Team. The Deleters of Worlds. This is tag team wrestling. They needed a better ending than that, man. I would have rather them outright lose with a pinfall. You know? Anyway, man, we got new tag team champions. I do believe that the Undisputed Era are two-time NXT tag team champions now. And they made history tonight. I think, by becoming the only team in NXT history to have the tag team titles twice. So, that was it. And it was a great main event outside that ridiculous ending. You know? I'm hoping. There really is nobody in line for the tag team championships if you really look at it. I mean, who else is there? You got War Raiders. You know, WWE could really build them up and push them to the tag team titles. I think that would be a fantastic match. You know, War Raiders have been so good at dominating. I legit want to see them at least struggle a little bit. I want to see them in a match like this. It gets boring time after time after time where you see a team like that just run through fucking people and there really is no science to the tag team game. It's great that they're big guys, but this is more my style for tag team wrestling. And another thing that I made mention of to a few people. You know, tag team wrestling is so great in NXT, and I see some things that I see in NXT kind of being used on the main roster here and there with teams like the Revival or, you know, guys who are really good, like McIntyre and Ziggler or Sanity, the Usos, right? WWE seems to be just killing the spot during a tag team match where, say, Tyler Bate is on the apron waiting for a tag, and Trent Seven is in the ring. right? And he's going for the hot tag. And O'Reilly is on the outside, and, you know, he's doing whatever. He got knocked out of the ring or whatnot, and he sees Trent Seven reaching for the hot tag. He'll pull Tyler Bate off the apron while being on the outside, you know, just kind of thwarting that hot tag and keeping the match going without that hot tag being made. I've been seeing that spot done way too much. You know, that's a nice spot. When you look at that spot and you see it for the first time, it's like, oh, wow. These guys know fucking tag team wrestling, and they are on top of their game. We used to see the Revival do that all the time. Now it's like common theme in WWE. Everybody does it. It's like every tag team match, you'll see that spot done. We've seen it with I think we've seen it with the Revival with Trashley and Roman. Revival did it. We've seen it when Ziggler and McIntyre were teaming up against Rollins and Reigns. We've seen it then. We see it every time during Mustache Mountain, Undisputed Era. It's like common theme now. It's like every time you see it, it's like, oh, there's another spot where the hot tag is, you know, deflected by someone being pulled off the apron. You know? It's like, it needs to be a staple in every WWE tag team match nowadays. That's just me being, you know, criticizing, and, you know, it's just a minor criticism on my end. But this is what I do. I watch, I dissect, I evaluate. And I'm not being paid money. You know, I'm not doing this for my health. This is what I do. I got to evaluate just to bring shit to your attention so that you guys are aware of what you're watching. If you've seen the same thing that I've seen, fantastic. If not, then that's the reason why you're here, man. JD 101. Well, we got new tag team champions. Like I said, War Raiders is a quality team because they've been running through everybody. You know, I would love to see more of the Street Profits. I think they are a very good tag team, and we haven't seen them for months. I understand Montez Ford is on his honeymoon right now with Bianca Belair. That could be a major reason. They were probably getting ready for the wedding and whatnot. So I'll put that to the side. But when, you know, the personal stuff is over with and you got to get back to work, I would like to see more of the Street Profits. I think they are a great team, and they had a nice string of momentum underneath themselves. And all of a sudden they went away. And they are over. The fans love them. And I would love to see that type of energy versus Undisputed Era. You know, the Mighty, you know, I want to like the Mighty. I think they are talented. They are very good at what they do, but they are boring. They are boring. There's nothing that stands out about them that makes me say, oh, I can't wait to see the Mighty fight. Heavy Machinery is great too. I think they're kind of being miscast. The tag team division is really good in NXT. Then you got Sabatelli and Moss. They're both injured. Coincidentally, they both almost got injured at the same time. But right now, if you're looking at anybody, it's Mustache Mountain, who probably could re-up and get a rematch clause or invoke their rematch clause or whatever against Undisputed Era. Now they have one. It's back and forth. I think that's the one thing that makes sense for Brooklyn. And then we go with the War Raiders. Mustache Mountain can go back to the NXT UK stuff and get ready for that. Undisputed Era can reign as tag team champions, and then they have another roadblock in front of them, which would be War Raiders. And we can set that up for Los Angeles with NXT TakeOver LA. Survivor Series weekend. That's the way I see things going on there. But I didn't like that ending whatsoever, man. Let me know what you guys think about that down below. One thing I do like, and being that I already know the outcome, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys here. I love that WWE, if you didn't somehow come across the spoilers, and in my case, you know, you got fucking people who ruin it for you, but I kind of figured where they were going with the women's division anyway. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to figure it out. It only makes sense. But the women's division right now is really flourishing in NXT. You got Kairi Sane, you got Lacey Evans, who's really good. Dakota Kai is being mixed in. You got Shayna Baszler as champion, who's fantastic. You know, Nikki Cross is still there, even though there have been rumors that she's been touring with SmackDown Live and competing at house shows. Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae. You know, they got Rhea Ripley now, who is going to be in the Mae Young Classic. Announced as of this afternoon, Rhea Ripley, who's gorgeous, by the way, who's going to be in the Mae Young Classic, and I'm assuming that's going to be the next in line to kind of be featured in the women's division, because if they're going to be in the Mae Young Classic, then WWE, I'm sure, has big plans for them, because they're not just going to put anybody in the Mae Young Classic. We'll talk about the Mae Young Classic as it gets closer. Without me knowing who's going to be in the tournament outside of the two that have been announced already, Celeste Bonin, Caitlyn, and Rhea Ripley, I'm going to make a early but bold prediction. I'm going with Toni Storm to win the Mae Young Classic. That's just me. So we'll see what happens with that. I would love to see a Toni Storm versus Bianca Belair final. That's what I would like to see. But I like the fact that WWE is doing this Fatal 4-Way next week. It's Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, Candice LeRae, and Bianca Belair. Now, we know Nikki Cross is just there to just fill a name and give the match a big name to fill out that Fatal 4-Way stipulation. We know Nikki Cross is not going to go one-on-one with Shayna Baszler already. She already tapped out, and she's just there to fill a spot. Bianca Belair, I am incredibly high on. She's going to be the next big thing in the NXT Women's Division. It may be too early for her right now. Candice LeRae is on the up and up. She's doing her own thing. She's letting Johnny just be Johnny, evil Johnny. You know, she's got to concentrate on herself. Candice LeRae had a nice little stare down with Shayna Baszler in the parking lot of Full Sail on last night's taping. She slapped Shayna Baszler in the face, which I don't think anybody has had the balls to do. Shayna Baszler gave her a comment like, why don't you go, play second fiddle or something? Why don't you go back there and be a sidekick or something? Meaning that, she's Johnny Gargano's sidekick. I would have gave Shayna Baszler a more sarcastic line. Why don't you go, go back to attending to your husband and wear the pants in the family or some shit like that, being that Johnny is a crybaby and, Candice has been babying him about what to do and what not to do. So Shayna Baszler's comment was good, but not sarcastic enough for my liking. But Candice LeRae slapped the shit out of Shayna Baszler's face, and there was a brawl, was broken up. So we're getting a number one contender Fatal 4-Way. Candice LeRae, it's too soon, though the match is intriguing, and I'm sure Candice LeRae could really make Shayna Baszler look good like Toni Storm at the UK tournament stuff. During that women's championship match, made Shayna Baszler look good. Bianca Belair, it might be too soon. I think they're going to wait and let Bianca Belair marinate a little bit more. Kairi Sane is the only one, to me, that is a logical choice here, because Kairi Sane got on the microphone after her win tonight over Vanessa Bourne. And she cut a promo saying that she wants the treasure. She wants the NXT Women's Championship. And, Shayna Baszler has that treasure. She's very familiar with Shayna Baszler. She beat Shayna Baszler. She's going to do it again, meaning that she beat Shayna Baszler in the Mae Young Classic. This is not the same Shayna Baszler from the Mae Young Classic final last year. This is a much more vicious, this is a much more well-educated Shayna Baszler. So this is going to be a really, really fun match for me, just to see where both women have come from that final of the Mae Young Classic. So it's going to be interesting to see. Obviously, if I didn't know the results, I'm going with Kairi Sane. And I think that's going to be a great match for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, number 4. And it would finally get Kairi Sane to where she needs to be. I feel like she's been just waiting and just floating around in a sea of nothing until this point. And we're getting Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler, I hope, for the NXT Women's Championship going into NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. But I like that, and it's very unpredictable. Kairi Sane, Candice LeRae, you got Bianca Belair. It makes sense. You have all these women in there, outside Nikki Cross, who really hasn't done anything and hasn't really been featured on TV since she lost to Shayna Baszler. It's unpredictable, and it features women who have been winning. It makes sense, So I really like that. I don't need to tell you about how I love Tommaso Ciampa. The guy's a fucking national treasure at this point. We didn't get much of what's going on there. It was focused on the tag team championship situation. I like that they still made you aware of what's going on, and what was shown on NXT last night was impactful enough to talk about. Aleister Black was being hounded by reporters, or, he was walking around full sail. He was being interviewed for a question. What do you think of Tommaso Ciampa? What's your mindset going into the title match? And then he's walking, and he's talking about Ciampa. And Johnny Gargano comes up to him. Aleister Black says, I'll get back to you guys a little bit later. Meaning for the reporters and the interviews to go away. Johnny Gargano gets in Aleister Black's face and says, Tommaso Ciampa cannot win the NXT championship. He cannot be NXT champion. Aleister Black went on and said, I know this is of personal, interest to you. Let me do what I got to do to ensure that doesn't happen. And Johnny Gargano, it's like he didn't hear what Aleister Black was saying. He's like, you don't understand. This cannot happen. And Aleister Black reaffirmed him that, why don't you go do what you need to do? I'm going to take care of this. And Johnny Gargano gave him a response of, I know what I have to do. I know what I'm going to do. So that plants the seeds of exactly what I said here. What I've been saying. Johnny Gargano is going to get involved by some way here. Whether Ciampa wins the championship or not, I doubt it. I wouldn't pull the trigger at a random TV taping. I don't think he's going to win. I think Johnny Gargano is going to get involved at some point, and it's either going to be some type of stipulation, which I pitched, with Aleister Black versus Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano as the special guest referee. Because Johnny Gargano right now, outside of what's going on here, doesn't have a match for Brooklyn. Does not have a match with Brooklyn. He beat EC3. He's not really feuding with anybody else. It's either going to be a triple threat, or it's going to be Johnny Gargano, not in a match, but as a special guest referee. And that's where I pitched the idea, similar to what the 1997 SummerSlam did with The Undertaker, Bret, and Shawn Michaels. And you could have Tommaso Ciampa win the title in a very similar fashion to where Bret Hart won the WWF Championship with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee. I'm going to credit Solid Monster for this because he actually mentioned this on the Sound Off this past Sunday when he was talking about NXT. And I actually think this is a brilliant idea. And if WWE doesn't relive the 1997 SummerSlam with Undertaker, Bret, and HBK, and they don't want to make Johnny Gargano the special guest referee, but instead they want to put him in the match as a competitor and make it a triple threat match, his idea was have the match go on as scheduled, triple threat match for the NXT Championship. It would be in the main event this time. And at some point during the match, he mentioned Johnny Gargano would get tied up in the ropes, or Johnny Gargano, not even tied up, because, that would give him an instance to kind of break away, and that wouldn't be as believable. What if, being that's triple threat, there's no rules. What if Gargano, selling the way he usually does, is handcuffed, while Ciampa has everything going his way? Aleister Black is done. He's on the verge of being defeated. Gargano is handcuffed to the rope, and he's trying desperately to get out. He's like a fucking caged animal. He's like a fucking Looney Tune in an asylum just bouncing off the fucking walls. He's going crazy. Can you imagine the fucking epicness it would be? I like my idea better with the special guest referee and Johnny physically having to count Tommaso Ciampa as the new champion. But can you imagine if Gargano was handcuffed in Brooklyn during this triple threat match, while we got Tommaso Ciampa delivering Project Ciampa to Aleister Black, and Johnny Gargano has to watch as Tommaso Ciampa is winning the NXT Championship, and there's nothing he can do about it. Absolutely nothing. He's got to sit there handcuffed. He can't move. Referees doing the 1, the 2, and the 3, and Ciampa wins the title with Johnny looking on. And there's nothing he can do, and Ciampa is just bragging and boasting and throwing the title in his face and doing this and all this other shit. That would be fucking phenomenal. That would send Johnny even more over the edge for this storyline. more than what we've seen now. Gargano, now you can see his beard, it's all fucked up. You know, his hair's kind of messy a little bit. But I think that's he brought up that on the sound-off did Solomon, and I thought that was a great idea. I don't want to see him caught in the ropes because that would give him a chance to break free. I would rather it be a little bit more sadistic, you know, and just evil. Handcuff him. And then physically have Ciampa take the fucking key and throw it away. There's nothing that he can do. He can't get out. It's not like Johnny's going to rip the fucking rope off its buckle, you know. I think that's a great idea. But after this, Aleister Black told Johnny, listen, you take care of what you got to do. I'm going to take care of this. Don't worry. Johnny Gargano's like, don't worry. I know what I got to do to ensure that this doesn't happen. So Aleister Black is walking into Full Sail. He walks into the trainer's area, it looked like. And Tommaso Ciampa, out of nowhere, just blindsides him. He, I think, delivers a stiff elbow shot. And he places him on the trainer's table and delivers a draping DDT on the fucking concrete. Aleister Black knocked out. He's walking away doing this. Trainers are over there asking for help. Aleister, you okay? Knocked out. Knocked him out. Fantastic fucking shit. This is becoming very interesting by the day, man. Very interesting by the day, by the week. Can't wait to see what's going on. My friend Jesse, who I can't wait to meet in Chicago. I told him that word for word. I told him this Ciampa stuff tonight on NXT was fantastic. It was terrific. And he mentioned something that I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't even want to fantasy book it anymore. He said, I don't even want to fantasy book it anymore because it's so fucking good. I just want to see what they do with it. It's fun to fantasy book, but in this case, you know, you really can't do anything as far as fantasy booking goes because we are so invested in what's going on here, we don't give a fuck where it goes. We just want to see Johnny win. We just want to see Johnny win. And NXT is doing everything right with Tommaso Ciampa. The guy is as big as he's ever been. Johnny is going to be at the height of his career when this is over. This is just fucking great shit. I could not book a better storyline. This is brilliant. And Aleister Black finally is where he needs to be. This is going to make Aleister right back. It's going to bring him back to where he should be with the NXT Championship because that's how good these two other guys are. And what do you do with Aleister Black after this is over? Move him up to SmackDown. Move him up to Raw. You don't even need to be in NXT anymore. Been saying it for weeks. You don't need to be NXT champion. This is going to be the Johnny Gargano Tommaso Ciampa show. There's one takeover left after Brooklyn. Unless you're going to save this for WrestleMania. Now, that's another intriguing option. Do you stall this till WrestleMania when Ciampa wins the title, which I hope happens? Are you going to have him be a transitional champion to go from one takeover to the other and just give it to Johnny and rush through it? Or are you going to drag this thing out to WrestleMania in New Jersey next year and at TakeOver New Jersey or Brooklyn? I don't know what the fuck they're calling it. Because I believe it's going to be at the Barclays Center, right? What are you going to do? Take over Brooklyn 5? What are you going to do? You know? But do you wait till then to do it? Do they have the mindset to drag this out till next spring and give Johnny that WrestleMania moment? I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what they do. I am completely invested in this, and they got me on the edge of my seat. NXT was good last night, man. Lots of stuff going on. We had Kairi Sane. Actually, no, we started the show off with Adam Cole and Danny Birch. Adam Cole, I love Adam Cole. You know, the match wasn't anything special. This was just a continuation of what happened with the tag team title stuff and Oney Lorcan being out and Danny Birch challenging Adam Cole, sticking up for his teammate. This was very, simple stuff here. Adam Cole wins with the last shot. Adam Cole and his reaction, people love doing the Adam Cole Bay, but they were pretty much dead for the entire match. It's like Adam Cole, all he was here was a gimmick. That's all they wanted to do. They wanted to do his gimmick pose, and for the rest of the match, they were pretty much quiet. But they came alive during the tag team title match. They were fucking going crazy. Chance of Undisputed Era, Mustache Mountain. This was very basic stuff. Adam Cole wins with the last shot via pinfall. Kairi Sane versus Vanessa Bourne. Vanessa Bourne looked a little bit better. I mean, she still looks like a burlesque dancer. You know, she still looks like a fucking, stripper, working the street. But she got a little bit better from the last time I seen her. But Kairi Sane wins here with a cross-legged Boston Crab. She didn't even drop the elbow. So she wins via submission against Vanessa Bourne. I'm coming for the treasure. I'm coming for the NXT Championship, she says. So, the Fatal 4-Way has been announced. Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, and Candice LeRae next week. Aleister Black, they hyped up versus Tommaso Ciampa in just 2 weeks. Mark it on your calendar, folks. It's going to be a can't-miss evening. And then Mustache Mountain lost the NXT Tag Team Championships in the most febile, idiotic way possible. I just don't understand it. They lost the Tag Team Championships to Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly again in the main event. Fantastic stuff here. The towel was thrown in. Tyler Bate could not bear to see his mentor, Trent Seven, just endure this punishment anymore. And like Owen Hart at the 1994 Survivor Series, while Bob Backlund had the chicken wing applied on Bret Hart for a good 13 minutes or so, couldn't stand to see Big Brother Bret just fucking bleed with the chicken wing applied and have his arm broken. Couldn't stand to see it while he tricked his parents into throwing in the towel at the 94 Survivor Series. Boom. Bob Backlund wins the WWF Championship in the Undisputed Era in similar fashion, but it wasn't anybody's parents. It was Tyler Bate like a dumbass throwing in the towel here, having the Undisputed Era reign as two-time NXT Tag Team Champions. If you ain't watching NXT, man, you are missing out. And you better get on board, because in 2 weeks, we're going to have one of the biggest storylines and biggest matches of the WWE calendar year happen at Full Sail University. Ciampa, Black, what the fuck is Gargano going to do? I can't wait. I already got my cold beverages on ice. That is your NXT review, man. Thank you guys so very much. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. If you guys missed anything that I did yesterday, I did a 40-minute off-the-script extra where we talk about WWE doing 2 WrestleManias. UFC fighters now are, poking fun at Brock Lesnar for him bringing WWE fakery into the octagon again. And we talk about some other stuff going on as well with the Mae Young Classic. So if you guys missed that, it's in the annotation that you see in the top right corner. Raw and SmackDown reviews are there as well, so please check that stuff out if you have not done so. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. We are very close to 94,000 subscribers, man. Let's get to that plateau and move on. That will bring us 6,000 subscribers away from that big 100K, man. So thank you guys so very much. I will see you all probably tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to have anything else for the rest of the day unless there's some minor stories I just want to get out of the way. But I will see you guys tomorrow. As always, same time, same channel, every single weekend, off the script, episode 230. So make sure you guys tune into that, man. I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy your Thursdays. NXT was great. Let me know what you think down below. I'll talk to you guys later.